course, meeting in situations like this is definitely not something anyone will welcome. But at the same time, we do have to face it when it comes. There's no turning back on this road. Right? So that's why we are here to wish final farewell to one who you love and who has played a very close part in your life. When situations like this come, it makes it even harder to bear. Alright? So we do our best. Let's say a little opening prayer. We have some of the experiences, and then afterwards we'll do a bit of the ceremony. When the ceremony is done, we will do the havan. We will lit havan without the fire, but everything goes in the water. Right? And after that, havan is done, I'm going to come back and we will say our final prayer, and then after it's right, they will take it into the room. Okay, so that's how we will proceed with the ceremony here today. Right? Makes it easier for everybody. Of course, the way situations are because of COVID, we'll have to still respect the guidelines and do our best to try to keep our distance there. Okay? Alright. So thank you again, and let us say a brief prayer to Bhagwanji as we now become a part of this final ceremony. And we ask Bhagwanji that his graciousness accompany that departed soul to its place of rest. Acha. Hari Om Gananatam Giram Devim Vishtarashravanasam Vibhum Marisham Haridashravam Cha Pranamami Punaha Punaha Dadhi Chavancha Jatina Dharani Dhara Sharamana Tatha Ganeshila Lena Kriyatantayishti Padhati Shri Paramatmane Namah Om Narayanaya Govindaya Paramatmane Namah. At this time too, we call upon the feet of Bhagavan Shri Krishna and also seek his grace blessings from him. We have all come, unto him we return. Sayana. Om Damodaram Sridharam Cha Vedanga Garure Dvajam Ananta Krishna Gopalam Japato Nasati Patakam Shri Krishnaya Govindaya Namaha. O my Lord Shri Krishna, known by many names, unto thee we bow again and again as we meditate upon thee. O Lord, remove all pains in our lives. We ask that you grant final abode of this departed soul to your feet. Vayam tvam smaramo, vayam tvam bhajamo, vayam tvam jagat sakshi rupam namama. Saditam nidhanam niralambe mesham, bhavam bodhi patputam charanyam vrajama. Krishnaya Namo Namah. O Lord, beloved Lord, the source of all, creator of our destiny, this day we ask of thee as we make our offerings to you, that thee be a witness and accept them, O Lord. For thou art the only support of this universe. Everything emanates from you. O Lord of compassion and love, we surrender unto thy feet. Hariyo Shanti, 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 Narayanaya Govindaya Namaha. And we seek the grace also, the blessings of Lord Shiva, the Lord who is the destroyer of all distresses, and the creator into that which is worthy and good in hearts, in our lives. To that Shri Sambhuti Bhagwan, Lord Shiva, we pray. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Udvarukamiva Vandhanam Nityurmokshaya Mamritat Hariyo Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Acha, and with this, what we'll have, you have a few of the speeches and so, and then we will do our ceremony. Okay? So maybe Felicia and Brian also, whenever you can come up, okay? Or whoever wants to say a few things bravely, anyone, you just go ahead. Okay? Yeah. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm going to talk about various things about my father that brings back memories for all of us. He was friendly, personable, kind, well-liked, and a smiling kind of guy. Music was always playing in the background on his reel-to-reel player, stereo, or his portable cassette player with his homemade speaker for outings at the beach, park, fishing adventures. I remember he would transport his stereo system and speakers to provide music for Diwali celebrations, private parties, and at community center festivities. He was an inventor and was innovative. Examples are making hanging glass holders for his table so that you can hang it on the side of the table so that it keeps the cards dry. He made a barbecue pit with removable panels. He would customize metal shelving to keep organized, and even in Trinidad, he built a barbecue pit at his nephew's place so folks in Trinidad can also enjoy the delicious goodness. As a young boy, he would carry his little relatives piggyback to school as they were not able to keep up with the older ones. He combed and braided his sister's hair for school and made sure they got there on time. He taught the kids how to play all-fours and marbles. He enjoyed little pranks and shenanigans, like raiding the neighbor's orange tree or telling his niece she could put her ear to the telephone pole to hear people talking. He enjoyed spending time with people of all ages. As a teen, he would join and hang out at my gatherings with my friends, creating long, lifetime friendships with them. Our parents, made our home an environment where everyone was welcomed. He married my mom, Champa, in 1955, and started a family the following year. In the 60s with my mom, he did gardening and selling in the market with my nanny and Gogi in Pinal on weekends, earning the funds needed to migrate to Canada. In 1969, he bravely moved his family to Winnipeg. He worked 2 or 3 jobs the first years to get established with a home and things we needed as a family. You can only imagine how shocked we were during the first cold Winnipeg winter. We all can remember the mirror ball in the basement for that party atmosphere, and it's very familiar to all our family and friends. He did miss those gatherings of 20 to 40 people with his wife, children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and many, many friends. We all remember during the summer months, he enjoyed and relaxed by puttering about in his own garden and on his cars. So many of us remember watercress that he would take to social gatherings. Together, he and Mammy taught people how to cook specialty foods, delicacy items, and snacks like doubles, black pudding, crab back, fried china, and nuts. After retirement, he enjoyed hopping on a CN train to Toronto to visit family, and then off to Trinidad he would go. He lived a good long life and was very successful in many aspects. Thank you, Pandit Bao, for officiating the service for my father. Thank you to all our family and friends for your kind words of support during this time. And thank you to Ganesh and Brian for their continuous care of our father over his twilight years. Sam will live on in our hearts and memories. Farewell, Poppy. Here's one for the road. Hey, later, maybe we can all wet our whistles in his honor. Thank you very much. Brian will now come to speak.
Papi, Namu, Nana, Aja, Piggy, Uncle Sam. Those are the many names my dad was known by. He had nicknames for many of our family members. My mom was known as Dersha. His kids, written in descending order, were known by Yankee, Himmy, Toki, and Dad. The nicknames continued to pretty much every niece and nephew in Trinidad. Many of these families, I only know them by the nickname he gave them. Dad was born in Davie, Trinidad, growing up with his siblings and mother on his road. As a kid, he walked his younger sisters to school on the way, selling whatever produce they could grow in the garden. He met and married my mother and moved to Bonanza Street in Princestown, where they started a family. My siblings, Shakun, Ganis, and Primiti, lived there as well. He worked various jobs and became a mechanic at B.A. Robinson. In 1969, he made the decision to move to Canada and made Winnipeg his choice. The family followed later that year. In 1971, I was born. We lived at 505 Winona in a bright blue house, which is actually in the background in the scene of a movie from Beethoven's Christmas Adventure. The house is still the same bright blue. He kept working hard doing various mechanic jobs at Wolco, CP, and finally settling in at CN, where he worked for 22 years, formally retiring in 1944. He kept himself busy tinkering in his garden, fixing his old Pontiacs, traveling to England, and many trips to Trinidad. One of his favorite things to do at home was also cooking his old side Trinidad foods, including doubles, a roll of sahina, whole roast pig, curry crab, pigtail soup, pudding, crab back, and a spicy oyster cocktail. It was just recently someone had told me they were having problems with their car. My dad told them, I can't fix the car anymore. Still, my dad went and checked it out. Within a couple of minutes, he had told them what was wrong with the car, and they were able to fix it right away. He was proud of his children, his grandkids, his great-grandkids, his cars, his collection in his bar, and then all of his inventions, and of course, the hair in his ears. At 87, he still lived at home, cooking for himself, and driving up to 2 months before his passing. Thank you all for coming, and those watching on the internet. So put that glass on your head, dance, and live life to the fullest. Thank you.
As you can see, it's a very life full of many experiences. I know I've got a very long time knowing him also. But if I should tell you one thing, only don't hold it against me, but doing puja for many, many years, which he did. And when puja is everything done and we are cleaning up, he's the first guy who I know always want to recycle his supari. He want to use it for next time. And any pan was whatever is there. Maybe if you started a recycle business, probably would have been alright. No, but anyway, so very interesting indeed. Alright, for today, of course, as you said, you live in your hearts, and this is where the real place to be, even though he's gone. That love and that memory, whatever you think, make it a good one, and that will be your comfort and your help, right? And he has two proud boys there too, and I'm sure they are doing very well, and they will pave the road and continue in their good ways too, right? Now there's no one to fall back to, but you still have all here together, so you can share whatever things are not going too well, right? And this is how it is. So with this now, we will do very briefly again, because we can't light the fire, we can't do deals and so on, so pardon with the situation. But nevertheless, we'll try to incorporate all that's necessary so that, we can still do what is required, right? And in terms of the ceremony and so on. Okay, so with this, we will begin the ceremony a little bit. All right, so if you want to come up now, so we can start. And do this, and get this, and come this side. All right. Wash your hands a little bit, please. And this way. That should come from there. Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Om Hari Om Vishwaya Namaha, Om Adivaya Namaha, Om Narayana Namaha. Okay, good. You start. Take the chanda if you can, and just put them in now. This one, yeah. Om Hari Om Hari Om. Om Tilakam Chamha Punim Vikam Tatmanashram. Apada Adityanitya Lalite Adityanam. You flowers and so on. The oops over there. The flowers in my hand. Right. And rice and all these things you have there. Vishnu, 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 Jivatma, Pushya, Vishnu, no anything. Manusya, the Vidya, for the last age, you see the Kapay, the Venkateshta, Shakti, Trani, Jamu, Viti, Bharatani. Again, in this day, this time, we are performing this, my Lord, may you guide us, bless us, protect us. O Lord, as we do so, Hari Om Narayana Namo Namaha, and let us now. Om. Right? Very good. Good to see a prayer now. Again, pray to God Vishnu, Lord of himself, and who is creator, the preserver of all the days. Let us pray to him. Om Yam Brahma Varinendra Ludamadastanuti Devitiva Veda Saga Parakam Upanishade Kayanti Yam Samava Yanavastit Tarakti Namanasa Prasyantiyam Yogino Yasyakam Navira Surasudagana Devaya Tasmina Om Shankakaran Vijavishanam Padmanabham Srisham Vishwakaram Gaganasa Visham Megavanam Shukangam Lakshmikantam Kamalanayana Yogi Vidyanam Vishnu Vaya Ram Sarvaloki Kanathanam Radhi Yoga. Right? Take some water now and demonstrate you. Right? You can wash your hands first. Okay, and begin napkin. Ready to take water. We just stay the body at this time now. Ready to move before that. You can stand down already. Yeah. This just now. Om Hari Om Paramatma Namo Namaha Namaste Charanam Hari Om. Right, this one. Okay, that's good. Take some water, straight to the top. Om Hari Om Kutusya Mukhitasya Mitistani Shiva Nityasnanam Yayati Taropatishatam. So you can, all you can separate it too. Alright, and give them the Chandan and essence and so this one too, you can put in here. Alright. Alright. Take the rest now, you can start with this. Yeah? It will go. Yeah, it will change. Oh, very Om,
Is this all high?
Again, go ahead. You can do a whole hand or something like that. Alright, yeah, okay, very nice. And alright, everything else looking good. So that's when you that's right. People, that's right. The fruit, the grass and fruit. Ghee. Try again. One, okay, here. So one here, one and here. Om Vidanam Mea Diati Tavu Pratistata. All the rest Mea Diati Tavu Pratistata. Okay, just five, and the rest five will put in the oven stuff, eh? That's good. You take some flowers too. Make offering, say a prayer. You want to offer flowers at this time. Say a prayer, make some goodbye. This flowers of love will finally will show for you. And may you have love. Yeah, you can go ahead. Take your own, say a prayer to wish him goodbye. And then after this, we'll take the mala too. Om Mukhoshasya Mukhitasya Mikistani Shava Pushtam Yadiyate Prabhupatistatam. Okay. Om Yadiyate Prabhupatistatam. Alright. Om Yadiyate Prabhupatistatam. Alright, and then after that we will do some poem. Change the power, okay? In the beginning.
Small one?
Yeah.
Small power?
Good, yeah. And put the pin down inside here. You will not much. But this is done. This one here. This is yeah, inside Alright, bring that. Okay. Okay, much. Really nice. Alright, put that here. Alright, so you have your there, you place like that. And fold it in hand, and I say mantra. You can together, right? You put hand, you put together, right? Then you can offer it in here, right? This is of course, again, because of COVID, we can fire it, but in the end, everything will be turned to fire anyway, right? Shri Narayana Yogendrai Paramatma Namo Namaha. Alright. Just a little bit. I'm going to ask you. Om Narayanaye Namo Namaha. Om Anumattaye Swadha. Om Swadhya Loka Swadha. Om Om Chakshu Gachpati Vatam Atma Dhyam Cha Gachapit Cha Dharmana Apova Gacha Yadi Tatrape Hitam Ushadishu Pratitishta Sharira Swada. Om Agnaye Swada. Om Antarikshaya Swada. Om Vayave Swada. Om Suryaya Swada. Om Diktaya Swada. Nakshatriya Svada. Om. Okay. Bring somebody key in. If you offer me the key, I will go. Om. Hariyo. Om. Varunaya Svada. Om Nakshatriya Svada. Om Nabhye Svada. Om Vachi Svada. Om Pranaya Svada. Om Chakshushe Svada. Om Sutraya Svada. Om Lombhaya Svada. Om Tvachi Mamebhya Svada. Om Ashtibhya Svada. Om Ajabhya Svada. Ratisha Svada. Vayave Svada. Tapasi Svada. Dharmaya Svada. Vanachitaye Svada. Vishajaya Svada. Yamaya Svada. Nityavi Svada. Brahmane Svada. Om 3 times now, what's there? Alright, if you take more, you have to bring that one down. Om 3 times, Hari Om. Om Sarvai Punam Om Svata. Om Sarvai Punam Om Svata. Hari Om. Om Vayunani Namamritam Om Amritam Vidite Tham Asman Darsaritam Ukrato Smarpitam Smarpitam Smar. Hari Om. O eternal Lord and Master, as we ignite this day, this fire, remember this departed soul, Lord, and may this departed soul find its place in this universe also. O Lord, it is only true, it is from the elements that we have come, and to all the elements they return. May they find a restful place in this universe. Again and again we thank you, Lord. Hari Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Alright, very good. Alright, now what we do, take this, and we're going to put it over here one time for this. Alright, so when it goes, here, 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 fine. You can place it on here. Come here, and then after. Alright, you can say yes, you take flowers in your hand, a little bit. As we say this prayer again, give the blessings, right? Hari Om. Om Aim Agni Vigdahum Madhi Shoti Masyatam Chavichipu Ma Shariram Yada Mritam Grinavo Jata Viduti Minam Prahinu Tattapitribhya Om Shritam Yada Kadasi Jata Viduti Minam Paridantanti Patribhya Yada Gachataya Suniti Metamatha Devanam Dasanirabhavati Om Sadhya Chakshur Gachattu Vati Matamadhyam Jagacchati Divincha Dharmana Apuva Gacchapyati Tatrate hitam oshadhishu pratitishta shariraihi omajo bhagastarpasatam tapaswatam tesho chistapatutam te arche yasate shivasananvo jatavedastabhiravahainam sukritamu sulukam Om avamrijah punasabgane pitrebhyo yasta ahuttas chariti swadhabhi ayurvasana upavetu sheshagachatam tano jataveda Shri Paramatmane Namo Namaha. And now we say a blessing, you take flowers again and we give your blessings to him. The final prayer we sing him, or that soul, right? Shanti and peace now. Alright. Om Anadi Nidhano Deva Shankara Gadadhara Akshaya Pundalika Kshapreta Muksha Pradu Bhava Narayana Surashrishta Lakshmi Kanta Janardana Anina Tarpane Nartam Prita Muksha Pradu Bhava Prita Muksha Pradu Bhava. May that soul find liberation in its travels to that unknown world as its next destination. Acha, make your offering there again. And this time, we're getting close to our final prayer. Right? And Suna. Narayanaye Govindaye Paramatmane Namo Namaha. So we will say a prayer. Govinda Govinda Hari Murari Govinda Govinda Mukunda Krishna Govinda Govinda Ratangapani Shri Krishna Govinda Namo Namaste Hari Om. So I've seen many have come through these doors, none have left, in terms of the departed ones. And that is what this life is all about. एक दिन हम आते हैं और दूसरे दिन हम जाते हैं. ये अवश्य बात है भगवान की कानून है. Eternal law of Bhagwan Ji, that's one we cannot resist. Life is like that. But in the meantime, in between, we travel to the destination. Ek tat par se, on one side of the river bank, and the boat goes to the other side. Some reach, some don't reach. Depends. And we cannot tell when. So it is with life. Some people are now preparing to go. Some have gone, some have left. Some are preparing their baggage, getting ready to go. Sometime we have to go, but we don't know when the time comes. And so it is we face. But in between, we live a life, and that is what will matter. It's a life that you lead. What do you take? Dust to dust, that go. But what is it that really goes with us? The ego, the intellect, the mind, all of that you will carry with you. The samskar, you see, that's what go with you. So it's a good activities, you see. And so, as we if and in your belief, in the next birth, prarabdha karma, that is still burning off karmas from the past. Sanchit karma, that is taking place all the time. We are building up. As we are burning, we are building up our own again, continuing. Agami karma, then they are still yet, we have to burn them up and think, put karma in the future. So it's happening all the time. So that's what we take, that's the law that's taking with us. But again, we just pray that that departed one. No one can change what has been done. It's already done. There's no turning back. You go ahead and you face there, and the consequences are there. But that is not for us to judge. Right? So, Didiyo Shri Narayanaye Namo Namaha Chalti Chaki Dekhe Kabira na hoye दो बातन के बीच में साबित बचाना कोई. They had this spinning wheel long time years ago back in the homeland of India. When they are working, all the families grinding their rice, they have right, that jata used to call it, and we take that the grinding wheel. Kabir, the great master of all times, that he's looking, two rice grains caught in between the wheels. And as it turns, and he says they go down, and no one can save them. Wow. There's no turn back. So it is with life. So all we can do, pray, live a life that's worthy, respectable, acceptable, hurting no one. Right? Showing kindness to all. And you can do it. And so it is. May that blessing be with you too, as you carry the good things in your heart. Right? And may that be your strength for the future. So that when time comes and you find yourself in difficulty, your father did not give up. Right? And many who have come from away have struggled in that way, despite the difficulties and the hardships. They did not give up. And so you too carry on in the same footsteps. And may that be your guiding light and your strength when time comes and you give up and you feel like no. Right? So God bless you all too, everyone, and may that soul find its rest. Let us say the prayer, which I usually say a word of verse or two, and ask Bhagwanji to, because in the last days, Itna tu karna swami jab prana tan se nikala Govinda nama lekar jab prana tan se nikala. Govinda nama lekar, when you take the name of the Lord Bhagwanji, when the last days come. We try to do it now, so that this be support for him as he now undertakes a new consciousness of life. Right? That is what it is, all a change of consciousness. Where we can talk about that again and again. Right? Vyakta nidhana eva bharata. Vyakta nidhana eva tatra kapani devana. We change in the unmanifested form, and then we come back into the physical, and we go back again in the unseen. And the question has always been, which is real? This, or the water vapor which you can't see, and then it comes in the rain, it goes back up, which is more real? The vapor, the rain that comes down. Decide that. So it's like, right? God bless you. With this, we will now say, Hariom Govinda Meri Yehi Prarthana hai Apna Dasa Bana Lena. That line alone is worth it all. Oh my Lord, Govinda Meri, Yehi Prarthana hai. This is my prayer to you. That now as I'm leaving this world, I ask of you to accept me. So, accept me at your feet. Mitakar ava gune sari charano meche going to faults and weakness and be darker to reduce. So whatever those who may have been my faults, my Lord, don't keep that in mind. Even though I'm passing through this way, don't keep those in mind. Please forgive me for them. Right? And yet, steer me in a way that I may be at your feet and rest. And so it is the wishes also of all here, and those who are away too, right? Blessings, so that his soul go in peace, right? And rest with us. God bless him. Edi Om, final breath. Shri Narayanaya Govindaya Paramatmane Namo Namaha. Edi Om. Om Rama Yujang Viksham Kalilulam Gopi Krittava Navnita Gulam Avala Kambalak Majudava Govinda Damodar Madhaviti Hedi Om. All we can ask of thee, my Lord, in thy many names. May the blessings always be with us. Okay? Hedi Om Tat Sat. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take the Mukshata Dubhava. Okay? Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Atma Shanti. Hedi Om Tat Sat. That's it. Say your prayer. And then you back. And you come and you want to take power. You welcome to. And thank you again for this opportunity. Okay? Thanks also management. For they also they love the cooperation so that we can carry this on so wonderfully. Thank you. Thank you. You can come up. Okay. Since everything is over there, of course, there's no problem, there's always a now. And oh, you go. Right? This year, they will usually dispose of these things. Right? Right? They will destroy it. They also what there? You get the whole and you get here you can do it. Oh, you want to throw flowers? Good. Did you say you want to throw flowers or anything? Okay, come if you want to do it. If you want to
No, we're ready.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, everything.
You ready? Goodbye. Hate to see you go. But daughter, sister. Sister? Okay. That's it. Sorry. Rooms.
Make our first stop.
Yes, ma'am.